Oh, good girl, aren't you? Yeah. Good morning. It's the 24th day of Vlogmas. 24th of December, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, because I can officially say it now. Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock. I've decided I think I'm going to open the shop at 8:30 just to catch any early morning people venturing out. So I really need to get a move on. So I've just put my makeup on in the dark, hoping it's all right. But shall we have a quick look at the advent calendars? I've got Marks and Spencer's. I've got one for the 25th as well. So shall we do the Clinique one first? Number 24. You have a look while I get my specs. Deep Comfort Hand and Cuticle Cream. You know what I'm going to say. I don't use hand cream a lot. But saying that, I could keep this one in the bathroom and this one upstairs. So I do like a little bit occasionally. Right, number 24. Marks and Spencer's. Does it say anything? No. It's an SPF 30 lip protection and care. I think this was in the one last year. Did I have it last year? Anyway, yes, I think it was in last year's. I ended up giving it to my son because he wears, he gets really dry lips a lot, because this is the only one that I really like. But yeah, I'll see if he wants another one. And let's have a look. Last one. Oh, look. Clinique. Is that the same one that we had in the other one? High Impact Mascara? I mean, if it is, it's great. I do wear mascara all the time, so lovely. Aren't I lucky? Right. Gotta finish getting myself ready and get down in the shop. I hope it's busy. Here we go, I'm back in the shop. It's about 9:15. I was a bit later getting into the shop than I'd wanted to be because I bumped into somebody in the park and I was chatting. My own fault. And then I also didn't video any of our walk together, me and Jenny, so sorry about that. But I was too busy yapping. I've not had anybody in the door yet, but fingers crossed. I'm just been getting myself sorted. Finish off my coffee and decide what I'm going to do in between customers. I have got stuff I need to do. All you people that have signed up for my newsletter, I've literally just made a handwritten list. I need to somehow attach it to some, I don't know how, my son told me where to put it, but I've got to find it again and put them in manually, type them all in. So that is a job that I could be doing in between customers, and just generally tidying up and moving things around where I've sold things and there's gaps. The guy in the park is somebody who's new, that I bumped into, that I was chatting to, is somebody who's moved here recently. And he said, how did you get into selling antiques? And I said, well, I wouldn't say I strictly sell antiques. I sell secondhand and vintage stuff. So I told him a very brief version of how it happened, and I think a lot of you will know this because you'll have watched for a long time, or you may have looked back at old videos, but I'll rehash it quickly for those of you who are fairly new around here. So we had this shop. It was a newsagent's when we bought it about 18 years ago, and when we bought it, there was a small section of art materials in the corner. We had no idea anything about art materials, so we gradually redid the shop because it had been a while since it had been redone, and we put in new card stands and we renovated bits and we made the shop look loads better, and there was still this art section we didn't know what to do with. So we had a choice. We could either get rid of it or we could improve it, and we decided to improve it. I'm talking really fast because it's a long story. We then started buying in bulk from wholesalers to get better prices and selling on eBay, and became eBay power sellers for art materials. Then we did try to do our own website, but that never really worked. We decided to open a shop selling just art materials elsewhere. We opened that, Budley Salterton first. Then a year later we opened one in Topsham as well. Then they built this huge Sainsbury's. We changed this shop from a newsagent into an art cards and stationery shop. We moved the shop from Budley to Exmouth. The Exmouth shop wasn't great. I was going through a bit of a crisis. Didn't enjoy it. So we decided to try and sell online because I was so quiet in the shop to keep me busy. So my husband said, well, you can sell through Amazon. I had a look at Amazon. It was far too complicated for me. But you could also sell art materials on Etsy. So I set up an Etsy account to sell art materials. My husband, in the meantime, found Nick online, Nick Hills, and started watching his, said to me, well, we could sell anything. That's what people do. So we went to our first car boot sale. I bought a few bits and started selling vintage things on Etsy. That took off more than the art materials, so I stopped selling art materials on Etsy, started building up more and more stuff to sell on Etsy, then got an antique booth in an antique centre, then expanded and had 2 booths in the same antique centre, then got a booth in another antique centre, then got a cabinet in another antique centre, started putting some stuff in this shop in the window and on a couple of shelves, and it actually went quite well here. And it was at that point, it's a really long story, we'd closed the Exmouth shop, so we just had the one in Topsham selling art materials and this one, and we decided to bring it all here, all the other stuff here, and I would run this shop and my husband would run the other shop. It would simplify everything and I wouldn't be running around from one antique centre to the next and doing all that. That's how it happened. I hope that makes sense. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. Things just evolve so quickly, but it's been great. It's about 10 o'clock and I've taken £5, but I'm thinking that people just haven't quite woken up yet. Hoping I'll have a good day, because I had a good day last Christmas Eve, so fingers crossed. So while it's quiet, I take this opportunity to make myself another cup of coffee, and I really want to say thank you to everybody who watches, comments, supports me, those of you that go onto my Facebook and my Instagram and like all my posts. I think I need to say, hang on, somebody was coming in. Yeah, special thank yous to those who regularly throughout the year have been there. Every video and every Facebook post, whatever. Laura, thank you so much, really does mean the world. Jilly, Catherine and Margot and lots of other people who consistently click that little like button. I find it really difficult today. I keep getting notifications when I'm talking and it's really putting me off. My brain's not in gear for that. Just leave me alone, your notifications. Yeah, I can't express enough how much I appreciate your support. Obviously, if you order from my website or you know, that kind of thing, that goes without saying, I appreciate it. But people who just consistently support me, I honestly, it really does make a big difference to me. So thank you. I'm going to try and have a social media block on my phone and stuff over the next couple of days and just completely switch off, because I've got quite a lot going on up here and I just want to switch it off for a couple of days and then start afresh just after Christmas. So I won't be vlogging for a little while. I'm going to have a little break and then I'll be back, don't worry, in January. It's 2:30. I've finished work. I'm running a bath. I'm going to have a Baileys and slob on the couch for a little bit. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves, have a really good Christmas, and I will see you next year.